Hi guys, how's it going? Here's Andy. This is my first long video, and I would like to talk about some experiences that I'm having on semen retention, in my semen retention journey. So I want to say that I'm a self-taught in English, so I can't go wrong. I'm from Argentina, Buenos Aires, and okay, so it goes like this. The other day, I was coming home after work. It was late at night, and I called an Uber driver, and I was just I got into the car. And that day, I love to talk with people, with the strangers, and I'm thinking my microphone is on. I think it is. Yeah. I love to talk with the strangers and know stories, life stories of people, and so on. But that day, this was maybe 3 days ago. That day I was very not very talkative, let's say. I was just looking through the window and I was listening Oasis. We were just in silent with the Uber driver, and at certain point he starts to talk, and we were listening some music, and then he turns off the radio and he says to me, there is something happening to me. And then I say, wow, that's really strange, because he was about to tell me something very private, or so he goes and says, okay, so today at 5 p.m. Something happened to me, and I've been thinking of this all day long, and I had many passengers before you coming, but now that you are here, I feel like you can help me, that you can listen to me, and that maybe you can guide me, you can help me to go out of this situation. So I was very very curious, I think I will tell after what I'm thinking. So he goes and says to me, okay, so I have a friend who is my very best friend of all my life, and he has a sister, a little sister. Maybe she is 26, he tells me, and he is about to 30, let's say. And he goes and says to me that this girl just broke up with her boyfriend some weeks ago, and that today she invited me to her apartment. The same day that he was picking me up later, he will pick me up later from my work, and so he went to the apartment, and while he was there, she started to make some sexual comments, and maybe trying to take the conversation through certain direction that he told me that he didn't want to go in that direction, because as far as I'm concerned, he told me, I always see this girl, this woman, as my sisters, my brother's sisters. So it is strange for me. I don't feel attraction for her, but she was telling some sexual commentaries or joking, with horny hot jokes, let's say. I'm translating in my mind all the things to English. So he goes and say me that then at certain point of the conversation she says to him, okay, let's go to the room. And then he says, are you sure? I'm going to destroy you, or something like that, like joking, he said to me. And then she says, yes, I'm talking serious. And then he told me while he was driving me home that he started to feel bad, started to feel ill, and didn't want to do anything with this woman. I don't know if this woman or women, I don't sorry, my English. So he didn't want to do anything sexual with this sexually with this woman. So he told her, no, I feel a bit ill, I have to go, I'm not feeling well. And he went out, and she says, so, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know if I make you feel awkward, I'm sorry. But he went out, and he told me he was paralyzed like this. He grabbed the I don't know, the thing of the car, volante we say in Spanish. So he grabbed it, and he was like paralyzed, thinking what the heck just happened, and then the day goes by, and then he finally find me at the end of the day, and then he tells me he don't know what to do because many passengers went by, and he was not even paying attention to them, not listening to them. He was very clued in his own thoughts. So then he told me, but now that you are here, I started to feel like why I didn't have sex with her. Maybe I should have sex with her, but now that you are here, maybe you can help me and tell me something. I don't know, it's strange for me. So I told him that by far in this 2026, one of the most important lessons that I had by far is always respecting and believing in your intuition and in your gut feeling. So I told him, listen, and I cannot tell you should go with her or you should not go with her. What I can tell you is respect what you felt at that moment. You felt like you shouldn't be there or having sex with her or anything like that, and you run away from the situation. That has an explanation. That means that you don't feel like doing so. So the only thing that I'm going to tell you is don't betray yourself. If you feel something is off, something is wrong, you should go away from the situation. This year I had many situations where I was pretty sure that I was feeling off and bad about certain situations, but I didn't care, and I just ignored the red flags, and I went directly, and I ended up in pain, with a lot of pain. So I think sometimes we feel danger in something is telling us, our gut feeling is telling us something is wrong, you should go away, and we should respect that. So he ended up like crazy with me in the car, saying to me, oh, I can't believe this, because all the men that came into my car, I didn't want to talk, because I know almost all people would tell me go and have sex with her, because let's be honest, guys, in most cases we as men, we think with our head down there and not our head up here. So most of men, they will tell you, yes, go and have sex with her and so on, but it's not the case. It's not always like that. And so I felt that this was very related to my semen retention journey and my meditation and asanas and yoga in general. I'm trying to live this past week. I started like 10 days ago my semen retention journey, and I felt like I am having this energy of trying to be pure. I'm not pure, but I'm trying to be sincere in my spiritual efforts. And I felt like God through this man just gifted me this present, because it was like God telling me, hey son, you're doing well, and because you're doing well, other people will ask you for help. And it was pretty crazy for me, because I'm on semen retention, and this person was asking me something related to sex. So that's the story. I think good things happens to us when we are in the right path, and these strange experiences that I am having, I think that they are strictly related that to my semen retention journey, my spiritual journey. And I found money that day too in the street, which was crazy for me, because I never found money. I have the banknote here, so it's crazy. So let's keep retaining, and I will go on sharing these things. This is my first long video. I'm sorry for my English. I know it's not pretty nice, but yeah. See you guys. Peace and blessings.